My name is Bailey. I'm an insurance broker at Jim's Insurance. I've been here for 6 months now. So we have obviously public liability, which is what every franchisee needs to have per their contract. We also offer personal accident and sickness, which is a cover not like income protection, but it will cover you for if you're injured or sick and can't work. Up to a certain limit, there's no proof of financials needed. So up to $1,000, you don't need to provide any proof of income, and as long as you can provide the claim and all the relevant medical documentation, we can get that paid. Yeah, of course. So we have a portal for Jim's franchisees, as most franchisees would know. On that portal, when you select your public liability, you can also select personal accident and sickness cover at the same time. And I'll do a video later to show you all how to walk through that and how to set that up. And that can be done all on the one application on our portal, and then you can do pay by the month option. So you can't afford it all up front. We do monthly installments of 10 that you can do throughout the year. Yeah, sure. So our personal accident and illness cover that we have, or personal accident and sickness, is for all our franchisees, as well as anyone in the public that would like the cover. We have a unique offering with our personal accident and sickness through point insurance, where up to $1,000 you don't have to provide any proof of income when making a claim, as long as you have your medical documentation ready to go. It's a great product. It's different from income protection, where income protection is done through a financial advisor or a income protection specialist, and that covers you for everything across the board. So whether you can't work, income protection will do that, but there's a few more fine details and application process to go through for that one. When it comes to personal accident and sickness cover, it's a general insurance product, which means that a normal insurance broker can set that for you. And like we said, there's no requirements up to $1,000 per week to be paid. Anything over $1,000, you need to provide a tax income statement to the insurer at the time of a claim, just to make sure that it aligns with what you're currently earning. But up to $1,000, nothing is needed for that. And if you're down at the park with your son and you kick the footy, you roll your ankle, you can't work for 4 weeks, this is where this policy will kick in and make sure that you're paid $1,000 per week for the 4 weeks that you're out, as long as you have the medical documentation to support that. So when it comes to income protection, your waiting periods to make a claim can be anywhere from 30 to 60 days at a time, which would affect your bottom line at the end of the day. If you're injured and can't work, you need money coming in. With our personal accident and sickness policies, the waiting periods are only 7 to 14 days. So if you know that you're going to be out of work for a month, there's no question, we put a claim in as soon as you know, and after the 14 days waiting period, then you'll start getting paid, and they'll back pay you too for that 14 days that you missed income, as long as you can prove that you can't work. So with personal accident and illness cover, you'll be paid up to 2 years. So should you have an incident where you're sick or can't work or you're injured, the policy will last up to 2 years from that initial policy period. So you take a policy out in 2024, touch wood, you're injured and you can't work for 2 years up until 2026, that 2024 policy will cover you until 2026. A really important thing you need to consider with personal accident and illness cover is there's two components to it. So you can either elect to do personal accident, or you can add the illness cover onto it. It's exactly as clear as it sounds, an accident being you've broken a leg, an illness being that you've come down with pneumonia. It is more expensive, the illness proportion, but it is very important to have out, just in case, what life throws at you. You want to be covered for when you can't work. With personal accident and illness as well, it's very clear that we need to mention pre-existing conditions aren't covered under this policy. If you 20 years ago broke your leg and then you break that same leg, and it's determined that your past injuries may have caused that, unfortunately that's something that won't be paid. That's the only instance that we know of for this policy that will stop you from being paid if you have a pre-existing condition. If it's a new injury or a new illness, and you've got the right medical documentation to support it, we can guarantee that your claim will be paid out. As you know, as a Jim's franchisee, your bread and butter is your trailer that's attached to your franchise, whether that's a dog wash trailer, a mowing trailer, a Jim's antenna, a fencing, whatever it may be. It's important that you have cover for that at all times. With Jim's Insurance, we can guarantee a cover for you for your trailer that will cover it for comprehensive damage and loss or fire. Please be aware though that the trailer insurance doesn't count as vehicle insurance. A very misconception that we have is you're driving your car with the trailer attached and you back into someone with the trailer. Lots of people think you can claim to the trailer insurance. Unfortunately, that is for your vehicle insurance because it comes under the controlling vehicle, but we can also offer vehicle insurance on the same policy as your trailer. All you need to do is give us a call and we can have a talk about that. As a Jim's franchisee, you know how important it is to have public liability insurance through Jim's, and that's to ensure that everyone is covered at every time for every job that you do. We have some divisions with Jim's though that use professional indemnity insurance. Professional indemnity is a cover that covers you for any professional advice that you give to a client. An example of a claim for professional indemnity as a Jim's pest control franchise, you're hired by your client to do a pre-sale inspection of the house, and you say you find no termites in your findings. 6 months later, you're sued by the client because they've found termite damage. This is where your professional indemnity cover will kick in, as that was advice that you gave to the client, advising them there was no termites. 6 months down the line, it's found that you do have termites, and a $60,000 repair bill will be covered by your $500 excess payment to your professional indemnity. Outside of the great deals that we get for you Jim's franchisees for your liability and your tools and all the rest of it, we also offer cover for anything that you could think of. So whether it be caravans, your home and contents, your personal vehicles, your commercial motor vehicles, what you use to get around to your job sites. As a general broker, we're here to help. Just feel free to contact us on 1300 546 000 and we'll be able to point you in the right direction to at least get you a quote for anything that you have outside of Jim's. For more information and for the T's and C's, you can head to jimsinsurance.net.au where we've got the product disclosure statement or PDS on our website and our financial services guide. If you have any questions at all about personal accident or any insurance policy at all, feel free to give us a call at Jim's Insurance at 1300 546 000.